Hey guys, Clemens2 here, and before we get into this replay was sent in by SpaceBANDIT. Make sure you guys go check out his YouTube channel, and then you can see his own take on the video we are about to watch. He's got all sorts of great videos up here. He's been doing this for quite a long time, and he needs some subscribers, guys. So if you guys want content just like mine, go check out his channel, and make sure you hit that subscribe button right here, guys, and stay up to date with all his new videos. Now let's get into his awesome replay. Hey guys, Clemens2 here, and welcome to an amazing battle sent in by Space, aka SpaceBANDIT. He's got a great YouTube channel, guys. Link in the description below. Make sure you go check him out and check out all his great content. But today he sent us in a fantastic Centurion AX replay. A fantastic one, just amazing, great, spectacular. And he's got it on his channel if you guys want to go check it out as well, if you want to go check out and hear what he has to say about this game and what was going through his mind at the time. But he was kind enough to send it to us, and now we get to take a look at it. He is on Fateful Ridge. A pretty decent map for a console exclusive map. You know what I'm saying? Console maps are not very good in my own opinion. You've got the Gnome Hands, like what the heck is that even? Then we've got like Pacific Island, and I don't even want to mention any others. I can't think of any right now, okay? But I'm sure there's a lot more. But I just remember not liking any of them, okay? And you guys can probably think of all the console exclusive maps right now. But in the meantime, we are concentrating solely on this spectacular game by SpaceBANDIT. It looks like he's got aim assist on it. I think that was I think that's a default setting, and I know a lot of you guys are probably used to having aim assist. I personally don't like it because if people are rocking back and forth, and maybe he doesn't have aim assist, I don't know. Maybe he's just very steady with his turning his camera. I'm not sure, but a couple of shots there miss in a row. That first shot didn't lead quite well enough, and then that second shot, that guy was moving up and down. He just kind of guessed where he was going to be, but the guy turned right instead of turning left. Now, he's up on the snipey location. This is definitely a decent spot to take your tanks. I mean, it's high ground. Why would you not go here? This is where I got my first ever Call of Vandals medal, in this very tank. First time on this map. First time in the new tank, actually, too. I came up here in the Action X. I had no idea how to play this map. It was my first time ever, and then I got a Call of Vandals medal. And unfortunately, that was before I used to record. I recorded occasionally, but it was in between capture cards and in between YouTube channels. I have an old YouTube channel that I kind of stopped using because it's, well, dedicated to Minecraft and pretty childish. Very childish if I do say so myself. But now there's this clone guy channel. Now, he's falling back. He sees, okay, my team don't really want to push on any of the flanks, so I'm just going to go up here, get the high ground, and defend my base. And you can argue, oh, he's camping the base, clone guy. No, he's not. He's strategically relocating. Very strategically. He's telling his teammates to fall back. Listen, that guy's out by himself, up on top of this hill. You're able to shoot across that field very, very easily. And his team refused to push up on any flank. Had he pushed up down the 7 or 8 line, I think he would have been left out by himself to die. Had he pushed down the JK line, once again, he would have been by himself to die. His team never pushed up. So this play he's making now is the perfect play. Now he's definitely, these first few shots of this game are like, oh, come on, gun, go straight. Or, you know, aim. Oh, there we go. Now he finally finishes off, and now he's going to get in a groove. He's got the high ground on these guys. They have to travel up a hill to kill him, and that's where this is where he's going to stay approximately for the next 10 minutes. It is going to be an epic King of the Hill event. Battle. Defend your castle is pretty much how he's going to be playing the rest of this game. Hunkering down and just picking people off from the high ground. And we all know about the high ground. I would show a clip right now of Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin. It's over, I have the high ground, but then that would immediately get copywritten, because that is what Disney does now, is if you show any clips of Star Wars at all, they copyright it immediately. And so we're not going to do that, unfortunately. But you guys know what I'm talking about. You guys all know the meme, like Star Wars Episode 3 is a meme itself, right? That thing, probably 50% of the memes out there are from Star Wars Episode 3. Because it's so memeable and amazing. Now he puts a shell in the side of the IS-7. M103 misses his shot. He's going to aim up the shot. Will it fly straight? Yes, it will. Straight in the lower plate of the M103 from 550 meters. Great shot there. He's aiming up another shot. Will he find it? Unsure if that one hit or not. He did get a damage ribbon though, so it definitely didn't penetrate, obviously. But there he is, about where he was aiming actually, so it might have actually hit. He rushes that one off. The shell goes straight, but unfortunately it was too late. He was behind cover. Now his team is losing. Is that 6-3? Yes, it is. It is a 6-3. His team is now losing. He's got the side of that Maushan turret. Unfortunately, the shell goes low into the side of his hull instead of the side of his turret. He's switching to his heat shells. He only carries 10, and he's going to use them on this Maushan. Now the Maushan's pulling away. Now he's got this T10. Heat is going to be 330 pen is more than enough to go through the T10. He's going to keep it loaded while his team is losing. May as well. It's a good idea to do while a Maushan is still alive, while a team is still losing. I think it's a good choice. Plus, shooting from distance, you got the APCR. It's going to drop some of the penetration from range. But, you know, his team started to bring the game back. And I was about to say that, but now it's suddenly 8-4. Now this is where the heat is going to come in handy. No, just kidding. No, it's not. This is where the heat is not going to come in handy, but it does find a way through the T10 side armor. A lot of spaced armor there, and it seemed to magically weave its way through and only just hit the tracks. But the distance between the tracks and the hull is small enough for the heat stream, to still make it to the tank. Fires another shell into the bat chat with his heat. He's still got his heat shells loaded. I would probably do the same, but now he's shooting lightly armored tanks, and he doesn't carry mini heat shells at all. He's not going to switch them. As soon as you click the A button twice, guys, you lose DPM, and so he's not switching, and I think it is the right choice here. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but I think he might not have been able to hit all those shells if he switched to APCR, because it would have taken a second longer to reload. Aiming up a shell at the cheeks of the Maushan goes straight in. That's where the heat comes in handy, but he only has 4 more left, and a near full health Maushan, and his team is now losing 5-10, and all he's been doing right now has been sniping. But you know what? When the enemy is giving you shots, you take those shots. Now let's quickly talk about what he did. He moved up to a little sniping position on the E-line. He realized his team was losing that position. Oh, will he find a shot? Boom, it goes in. Great shot there. The Maushan angled his turret, and a Maushan can't do that like the mouse can. If a Maushan does that, you just shoot him in the side of the turret, and it goes straight in. Now he recognized all the flanks getting lost, so he fell back to his base where he can defend. He can easily use his 10 degrees of gun depression, his great view range, and just spot the enemy, snipe them from afar. Great accuracy on this NATO 105, and that's what he's been doing, guys. And this is something a lot of us make the mistake of. We think a lot of the time, aggression, you know, don't camp the base, don't fall back, there's no reason to, and we would have died out there. We would have died up there. We would have tried to progress the fight. He did not. He let the fight fall into his hands. He didn't try to progress the fight on his own. He decided to set up for the impending doom, the impending onslaught of enemy vehicles. Instead of him trying to take control of the battle, he adapted. And that's something a lot of us, I think, don't do, especially me. I'm the kind of person who tries to take the battle into my own hand. And when I do that, I frequently find myself getting caught out and getting killed by myself. This is definitely a patience play right here, which a lot of us need to learn from. It's, you know what? Base is the best place, especially on a map like this. Like, look how easy his base is to defend. Already is dead, and he's just able to pick these guys apart from range using his gun depression. Just fantastic, fantastic play. So now I think we've got enough talking about that in, because I think you guys all get the gist. Unfortunately, the shell bounces off. If he had a 120, that would have overmatched that tank, but unfortunately, this tank only has a 105. Fires a shell, misses the 75 by quite a bit, unfortunately. RNG did not want to help him at all. I mean, it was a slim shot anyway, but here we go. Fires a shell into the lower plate of that M103 and finishes him off, and suddenly, his team are up by 1 tank. But, this is World of Tanks. You guys think that's gonna last? Right now, it's 4-3. Is it going to get any better? He's just putting nice shots into this guy. Oh, unfortunately, he loses his Waffly 100. Waffly 100 goes down, but now he's feasting on this Maushan, putting in very effective shots. Lower plate. Unfortunately, the shell goes into the ridge. That shell did not want to hit its target. There is an E4 somewhere, and if I remember correctly, last time he was spotted, he was down on the 7 line somewhere. But we could be wrong. I've got a small screen. One of his light tanks goes down. The T-10 fell back to base, defending his base and shutting down the light tank from capturing the base. T-10 was plenty fast enough to do that, and now Space only has 1 more light tank left. He's calling for some help. Hopefully this light tank will be able to put some rear shots into this Maushan. The light tank is now in range to put some shots in. Let's see if he's able to do it or not. We can't tell from right now the angle we're at, but the Centurion AX, aka Space, is now deciding to change his location. Good idea. Don't let the mouse know where you're coming from. And now he's going in and around, and he should have the side of this guy. Yes, he does. Put the shell in. Unfortunately, it goes underneath his hull, and he's unable to penetrate that shell. Now he's going to put this next shell into the back of his turret, side of his turret, aiming straight at his ammo rack. Unfortunately, the shell does not hit his ammo rack. But, you know, it is what it is. He's aiming at the shot. Come on, shell. Go straight. Go straight. No, the shell goes low, and it tracks him. But now he gets to the cover of the dead E-50M he killed earlier. Or is this the friendly E-50? Never mind. But now he's got a side scrape. Yes, he bounces off. He's aiming up his shot. Goes into his tracks, but now he's got a nice clean shot in his lower plate. Come on, Space. Put it in. Get a nice, decent roll. He probably has about 350, 360 health. Come on. Finishes him off. 351 hit points. And now it's down to a 1 versus 2 scenario. And he is detected. Someone has their gun on him, and he knows it. He's wiggling. Cuts left. Cuts right. Nothing comes in. I think I might have heard the impact of a shell hit on his right side, but I could be wrong. But regardless, he gets out unscathed. 19 penetrations. I didn't even realize. He just stacked up the damage, guys. He's up to 19 He's up to 19 damage ribbons. 3 kills, 2 tracked assist ribbons, and 1 spotted target hit. Not going to get too much spotting targets. He was the one doing the damage this game. Not so much the one scouting. But it was a great call. Definitely a great call. Great tank to do it with. The Patton probably would have done it as well, because the Patton, frankly, just doesn't have the accuracy needed. But there's the T10. Still, where on earth is E4? Snaps it off. Seemed to almost phase through the aggro, but he gets it in. Straight into the T10, giving the T10 no time at all to aim. And now he's aiming up a shot. He has time. The T10 fired and missed, and he fires it up into his lower plate and finishes him off. He now finds himself in a 1v1, and oh my gosh, a 155mm shell whizzes right past his turret there. It is just an E4 is all he's fighting, but now he knows where he is. Now, before we get to the final battle, guys, I'm going to preface this by letting you know he makes some really good plays, and I'm going to highlight those plays so that you guys are able to use these plays in your future. Something I've mentioned many times before. But here you go. Fires off a shell into the E4 clutch, snaps it off, and tracks him. Now he's going to turn around instead of backing up, because you always go faster going forward than you do going backwards, guys. Alright? Even if it means turning. Yes, rotating your tank around may take a couple seconds, but you always go faster going forwards. This is something you need to keep in mind when you're playing lights and mediums. Maybe not so much heavies, because you turn really slowly. But, well, yeah, maybe like an IS-7 113 you'll want to turn around. But when you're trying to outmaneuver people, always drive forward, guys. Always drive forward. If you have to pull backwards to get into an advantageous position to get away first, then yeah, like now, turn around, obviously, pulling back behind a ridge. But like if you're on top of the ridge, you don't want to turn around there, right? You just back up. But when you're circling somebody, or you have to get away, and you're on the same playing field, make sure you take all the advantages you can, and that would be speed. He fires up a shot into the side, trying to track him. Unfortunately, it does not track him. It does miss his drive wheel, but now he's getting around this E4. He can afford to take a hit, but he does not have a fire extinguisher. The E4 aims up his shot, goes into the gun of the E4, does not damage his tank. The E4 is aiming his shot. Will the E4 find the shot? E4 is aiming. Yes, he does find the shot. He tracks and damages the engine. SpaceBANDIT fires another shell into the gun. SpaceBANDIT does use a large repair kit instead of a fire extinguisher, and is able to put his engine and his tracks in with a simple press of one button, and he puts it in, and now he's got the back of the C4, who only has a semi-traversable turret. And now the C4 is doing okay. He's using this hill to try to slow him down, and so now he's going to turn the other way, the E4, and that's going to really hinder Space. But Space is smart enough to turn his tank around and head the other way. Had SpaceBANDIT decided to back up like a lot of us would have done, he would have not been able to out-traverse the T-110 E4. He turns around, because you will always, in a medium, beat the traverse of tank destroyers and heavy tanks, and so that's what he does. He turns around, beats the traverse, and then drives in the opposite direction. Great job. 9,144 damage done by SpaceBANDIT in his Centurion X. 600 assists, 5 tanks destroyed. I would have to say this was a carry, wouldn't you guys? I would say, you know what, I think maybe, possibly without SpaceBANDIT, maybe his team would have lost. Maybe. And your controller batteries are low. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Looks like he made 1,778 base experience points. He gets the Ace Tanker and, of course, the High Caliber. Great game all around. 25 damage ribbons, 25 penetrations. Great job, Space. Remember, guys, he's got a YouTube. Go check it out. Links in the description, and it's also going to be at the end in the outro. Make sure you go check him out. Also, go check out Spartan Elite and GotADingy's YouTubes. Links also in the description below. Once again, thank you, Space, for sending this in. If you guys have replays of your own, go ahead and send them to cloneguy72@gmail.com. Tell them it's cloneguy72 or the Null Trooper or just Clone Guy, whatever you want to call me. Take care, guys, and peace out.